दोस्तों, अगर आप लोग Spotify यूज करते हो अपना म्यूजिक रिक्वायरमेंट पूरा करने के लिए, then few days back you must have realized that there are some top Bollywood songs which have gone missing from Spotify, and most probably those songs will never feature on Spotify again.
आपको लागत है हमारी स्टोरी नॉनसेंस है।
So in this particular video, we will understand that what is wrong with Spotify and is there a tussle going on between Spotify and Bollywood. So welcome back to the channel. नमस्ते जी, and चलिए शुरू करते हैं। So अगर प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट को बहुत ब्रीफली समझें तो प्रॉब्लम ये है that Z Music and Spotify could not come to a conclusion that how much worth the entire music is, and that is why the licensing deal between both these entities fell through. So before moving forward, we'll just quickly understand how the music industry works. So music industry में एक सिंगर होता है जो अपना पूरा क्रिएटिव एनर्जी यूज करके एक गाना बनाता है, and since this particular singer doesn't have that much of fan following or followers, so this singer approaches a music label company such as Sony Music or Universal Music Group. And this music label company purchases the song from that singer and sells it to people like us, and out of that some royalty income goes to that singer as well. So this was a business model which was being adopted till 2008, and in 2008 a Swedish company called Spotify came and it tried to convince the music label companies that still there are many people who are downloading songs illegally or are pirating songs, and because of this both singers and the music label companies are losing revenue, and Spotify tried to fix this problem. So Spotify का pitch काफी simple था that it will get into a licensing deal with music label companies. Music label companies will sell their music to Spotify, and then Spotify will charge its customers through subscription fees or will make revenues through advertisements, and some cut of the entire revenue which the Spotify will make will go to music label companies and to the singers as well. So it all looks good and everyone wins in this particular situation. But now the question is that if everything is good, then why is Z Music breaking off its ties with Spotify? So the thing is simple. Spotify entered into India in 2019, and by that time Reliance Jio7 had almost 10 crore subscribers and Times Internet had almost 20 crore subscribers, and both these apps had already captured the entire Indian market, and then Spotify had to find its own niche. But the main competition to Spotify came from YouTube app. Now you must be wondering कि YouTube कैसे? So we Indians have this habit that most of our songs come from Indian movies or some Indian web series, and we try to also see the video just to have a better experience, and that is something which YouTube is able to provide to its Indian customers. Now think of the uber popular song Natu Natu. I mean the music is great, but obviously we are also more into the dance choreography, and that is why the song has become so popular. And now this is something which is very difficult for Spotify to replicate, because obviously it is very difficult to just showcase the video also for every song for Spotify. So the end result is very simple. Z Music's YouTube channel has almost 10 crore subscribers, and T Series music channel on YouTube has almost 24 crore subscribers, making it the highest subscribed YouTube channel in the entire world. So अभी Spotify के लिए problem ये भी नहीं है that it needs to pay more to Z Music. The major problem for Spotify is how to make money. Now in Western countries, Spotify enjoy a supremacy and 90% of its revenue come from subscription model. But in India that is not the case, and 50% of the revenue comes from subscription model and rest 50% of the revenue comes from advertisements. Now if we look at Indian demography, we Indians usually do not like to pay for our music.
पैसा नहीं है, मैं पैसा नहीं है मेरे पास, मैंने।
And that is where the problem is, and that is why Spotify wants to focus more of its efforts on advertisement space. लेकिन अगर आप Spotify यूज करते हैं तो वहां पे भी आप देखते होंगे कि जो ज्यादातर जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट Spotify के ऐप पे आते हैं वो खुद के Spotify के ही एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स होते हैं, where it tries to convince people to subscribe to its premium services. So देखा जाए तो मोटा मोटा कोई रियल एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स ज्यादा Spotify पे है नहीं, and that is why Spotify is losing revenue in India. And the main reason is that advertisements are still being more reflected on Google and Facebook, and advertisers have still not warmed up to the idea of providing its advertisements on Spotify. So there you go. If Spotify has to survive in India, there are just two ways. First, Either it needs to increase its free user base to such a high level that advertisers start showing their interest in Spotify, and that is where Spotify will make revenue, or it has to convince Indians that it's okay to pay for music, which will definitely gonna be a bit of challenge for Spotify. So there you go. Now you understand that why there are some top Bollywood music which has gone missing from Spotify. And by the way, in 2022, Z Music had also cut its tie with Ghana Music. So there you go. I mean, now Z Music is just trying to show everyone who's the real boss over here. So thank you so much for watching the video. Stay tuned and please subscribe.